Happy Friday, welcome to the 3 Things I Learned, Saas, Sports, Tech, and Live Events. Shout out this week to Dave Wakeman for sharing our article from a few weeks ago about how the premium buyers have changed. Check out his thoughts on it. The guy knows what he's talking about. Number 1, speaking of people who know what they're talking about, from Denzel, Washington. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Look, hustle culture creates busy work, and busy work makes us all feel like we're getting something done, and maybe we're not. Now, at the same time, there is a counterbalance to this. Things need to get done. And in the early days of a business, a lot of people who want to sit around and talk about it. We found that the middle is the happy medium, but the most important thing we need to do is continually check on what we're doing and what our team is doing to make sure that we haven't fallen into too much routine and it's not becoming busy work. Remember, in the end, numbers are the only thing that matters. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. That's number 1. Number 2, some colorful language from NBA champion and former defensive player of the year, Draymond Green. In order to learn, you have to understand what you don't know, and most people don't understand, they don't know, and therefore they're colorful language, but he's right. Too often we run into experts, and we can be those experts who think we know too much, and that stops us from learning. If we can listen to them, perhaps we can set aside the bias and start to learn from experts around us and not try to reinvent the wheel in everything we do in a business. That's number 2. And number 3, important in our industry, many are bracing for attendance and viewership numbers from week 2 of the NFL. Week 1 was healthy. It was expected to be healthy, and it turned out pretty healthy. It's been the one sport that hasn't been super heavily hit post-COVID. Most of the other sports on the attendance side have been hit pretty hard, and they point to a number of different reasons for that, whether those are political reasons or whether that's post-COVID fears of attending the ballpark. This weekend, there's a fear that that might change, even in the face of really large Super Bowl ad sales, all the way up to $7 million. The NFL's power comes from balance. Too often we get drawn to those major events. We're not paying attention to what's happened in the second half of the standings. Here's hope at the bottom half. Shows viewer resilience and positive attendance trends, as the NFL is a beacon of a lot of what the sports business is doing. That's it for this week on the 3 Things. We'll see everybody next week. Apologies that we're a little late. Busy week, as you can tell by all the news coming out of Ticket Manager. Thanks, y'all.